Hey, good afternoon, wrestling fans. What's up? How you guys doing? If I sound crazy, it's because I lost my voice the other day. I was screaming at a television. I was really screaming at it, too. I was like, dude, I went all out. I was like, dude, if my voice dies, it dies. Okay, so my voice has been jacked up. I did do a morning madness about 28 minutes long this morning anyway. But let's talk like wrestling news. Let's talk let's talk wrestling news, guys. Do you want to do that? Oh my god, what's going on? But seriously, Monday Night Raw tonight. So Alexa Bliss, looks like news coming out on Alexa. I got a ton of stuff here to talk about. It looks like stuff coming out on Alexa Bliss is she was injured, and it looks like it's sort of being confirmed basically for us that it was during the that throw from the top rope, which is what I said immediately when it happened. I said, "Oh my god," and I blame. I think it's Nia's fault, but it's usually both people's faults, really. To be honest, it's not just Nia's; it's both of their faults. You hold your arms up and you hope the person kind of steps over and leaps over and then hits the ground, but it looked like she just got flung. It just looked really stupid. Like, I don't know what in the world was going on. It should have been a way easier landing for Alexa, but it was devastating, man. It was absolutely devastating. And again, I apologize for my voice. I'm losing my voice here. I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. We'll be live tonight on my other channel, Corrupted Podcast, which is youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. Live after Raw. Shout out to Trey, who just became a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show as well. Thank you, Trey. Big news on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has stated in a translated interview, Kevin Owens has signed a 5-year deal with the WWE. So that's big news. 5 years. There's people the other day talking about how the WWE had soured on Kevin Owens and everything, and things aren't going good, things aren't going well, and all these things, and they're probably done. And then a couple days later, it comes out that the guy gets signed 5 years. So that's great news for Kevin. With the family, he's very valuable, I think, in many versatile roles. He could be a top WWE star. I still think he could be the top heel. I think they don't think he is right now. He's not in that role right now at all, but he could be a top guy. He could be certainly a very good mid-card face or heel. Can be a tag team guy, can be a solo act, can be very serious and scary, can be goofy and funny, can do commentary, we've heard, so there's so many things that he can do. I could definitely see Kevin Owens staying with the company as a commentator. As a heel commentator too would be really good. I think him, Corey Graves, and a new announcer could be interesting, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. Morrow obviously is my favorite announcer in the world, but again, I'm talking about an announcer that's realistically going to be used there, where you can call it with passion and excitement, but be able to do the other things. So I'm getting all off track because there was all these other things I was supposed to talk about. But I know that tonight on WWE, we're going to see Jason Jordan returning. That's the other little bit there. So Jason Jordan's going to return to Raw. If you thought you didn't enjoy last night's Backlash, I think unfortunately, unless miraculously the writing got a whole hell of a lot better tonight, we're all going to be reminded of how much better Backlash probably was than what Raw is going to do tonight. I laughed at the Elias segment last night. I love the opening match. Shinsuke and AJ was kind of interesting. I liked it. And everything else, was bad, for the most part. And it wasn't very good last night. But, it's going to be better than what you're going to see tonight. And that's the depressing thing, I think. Most likely, what you see tonight on Monday Night Raw is definitely going to be worse than what you saw last night at Backlash. and for everybody's anger at Backlash, or people that were upset at Backlash. People left early during the main event. Unbelievable. And now the big news that Roman Reigns, WWE tweeted this out earlier, and this is what the main focus of this video is really on here. I'm trying to find it now. WWE tweeted this out. They said, after being called the uncrowned... This is ridiculous. After being called the uncrowned Universal Champion and taking down Samoa Joe at Backlash, is Roman Reigns destined to clash with Brock Lesnar once again? Find out tonight on WWE Raw as the big dog makes a statement to the WWE Universe. You know, that's the... I added all that ending stuff. But yeah, so the tweet says, after being called the uncrowned Universal Champion and taking down Samoa Joe at WWE Backlash, is Roman Reigns destined to clash with Brock Lesnar once again? And then after that, I would add my own thing. Find out tonight as the big dog arrives and addresses the WWE Universe. USA Network, Monday Night Raw. You know, some stupid thing like that. I don't know. But can you believe this guy? Can you friggin' believe this guy? So Samoa Joe's the guy you got to go through to beat. So if only all the other Raw superstars had known that Samoa Joe, the guy on SmackDown, was the guy you had to go through to get to Brock Lesnar, then maybe, you know, other people would have taken him on too. So forget Braun Strowman, forget anybody else, and certainly forget Bobby Lashley. As I told you guys, he was dead and buried. 3 weeks ago, I made a video. He's done. He's done, son. And people like mocked me for it. Like, oh, I don't think he's done. It's plenty of time, Joe. You're crazy. All these things. Well, now, look what's happened. Sorry. This losing my voice is making my voice sound even more epic. So it's like, I just feel like I need to use it. Because after being called the uncrowned champion and taking down Samoa Joe at WWE Backlash, Roman Reigns is destined to clash with Brock Lesnar tonight on Raw. The big dog. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep reading that promo. You're going to hear it 70 times or something. You're going to hear it like on whatever the dumb show is on before Raw. They're going to be like, tonight, after being called the uncrowned champion and taking down Samoa Joe at WWE Backlash, is Roman Reigns destined to clash with Brock Lesnar once again? Find out tonight on WWE Raw. The big dog addresses the WWE Universe. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm completely losing my mind. But no, so, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think Roman Reigns deserves a title shot? I mean, doesn't he kind of just... Okay, so here's the counterpoint, right? So a lot of people are like, this is ridiculous. He beat Samoa Joe, and now he just gets a chance at the title again. That's so stupid and dumb. But here's the only argument I have. You know, they went out on... The match they had ended in controversy, right? Like, they went out of the cage. I guess Brock's feet touched first. Wasn't that already the controversy? So aren't people getting mad over nothing, right? Because wasn't Roman deserving of a rematch already because the match sort of ended in controversy the last time? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sort of like he sort of still was the number one contender, but Joe wanted to come in and knock him off, but then he beat Joe too. So it was like, well, I mean, you know, this guy lost, but he lost with controversy, and now he's beating Samoa Joe. You know, I think Roman, you know, deserves another shot at Brock Lesnar, because after being called the uncrowned champion and taking down Samoa Joe at WWE Backlash, is Roman Reigns destined to clash with Brock Lesnar once again? Find out tonight on WWE Raw on the Sorry, I'm just gonna keep doing that. But no, so I mean, so he kind of already was the number one contender, right? I mean, like, he didn't because it was controversy. Like, why didn't they just come out and say, you know, due to the controversial nature, Roman Reigns gonna get another shot here, and you know, and he beat Samoa Joe. So a Roman Reigns fan would say that you're all wrong because, no, Reigns lost, but controversially, he should have had a rematch because of that. But then he beat Samoa Joe now, so now he really deserves to have that rematch because that match ended it wasn't fair, you know, how it ended. It was controversial or whatever. So fine, okay, have another match. But to the many of you guys, and myself included last night, we were raging like, why in the world does Roman get a shot now? It doesn't make, you know, any sense. He beat a guy who's on SmackDown. Why does he get a shot at the Universal belt? Because he beat a guy who's on SmackDown. I don't know. The whole goddamn thing's a mess. But tonight on Raw, I'm thinking it's going to be coma time. What do you guys think? My name is Joe Cronin. Leave a comment down below for me, guys. Leave a like if you give a shit. And definitely, certainly, if you really like what I do here and you want to hear more 8 hours of bonus content a week that you can't hear on YouTube, make sure you become a patron. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And, you know, $1 a month. That's $12 a year. $1 a month. $1 a month. Or $5 a month, whatever you want to do. Tons of options on Patreon for all that stuff. Go check it out and you know, become a patron. I think you'll like it. You can cancel anytime, but I think you'll stay. Most people have. We have over 300 patrons again, which is great. We broke the record last month as well with everything, and so I'm loving it. Hate Man is going to be delayed because I was supposed to record all the voiceovers today, and fucking my voice is so jacked up that I can't really do what I want to do. So I'll see you guys tonight after WWE Raw. Remember, I'm going to be live tonight on my other channel. We cannot go live here on YouTube on the Joe Cronin Show until July 2nd due to the copyright, or due to the strike, rather, because YouTube sucks. So make sure you support us on Patreon because we're censored over here. And you'll get all my pretty much video alerts and everything on Patreon too, because I put them up on Patreon, so you get an email every time I release a video. So everybody that's like, I'm not getting your videos, or sometimes I don't get your videos, well, you'll get an email every time on Patreon. So become a patron just for that reason alone for $1 a month, and you'll get that at least with Corrupted once a week as well. Thanks for listening, guys. Follow me on Twitter at RealCronin. Come tweet me. Let's mess around on Twitter. Let's go nuts. Follow me on Instagram, Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show, Facebook.com/Rage Internet Radio. My 3 YouTube channels, YouTube.com/Joe Cronin Show, YouTube.com/Corrupted Podcast, and YouTube.com/JCS Gaming, and on Twitch, Twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. Those are all of them. The links are down below. My name's Joe Cronin, and we'll find out what happens tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw. You can see how bad my voice is right now. Oh man, anyway, after being called the uncrowned Universal Champion and taking down Samoa Joe at WWE Backlash, is Roman Reigns destined to clash with Brock Lesnar once again? Find out tonight on WWE Raw. Watch these other videos.